I'm just giddy as
I
heck
know.
right
This is a
now.
cool one. I like this one. I like that. This is a really good idea. These literally look like kids made them, and it's so funny.
So that's
Listen, when
just
I'm
those
under
little.
pressure, I make mistakes, okay? But we will not have a fight right now.
I'm coming from the gate.
How do you feel about the Halloween season so far? Are you excited or what?
It's a little different when you're a parent, I think, because
Mhm.
your focus is more like just on the kids and stuff and making sure they have like a good Halloween trick or treat. And like here, it's like, please let the weather be good. And it's supposed to snow on Halloween. We're like, no. So
What?
yeah,
Oh, well, every
yeah.
year is like hit or miss. Every year is like hit or miss for me. Actually, I haven't done anything fun like the last like 4 or 5 years, other than just like playing movies in the backyard. But this year, we're super excited because me and Augustino got a Halloween show in Burbank on Halloween night. We're going to be doing the Movie Stash live, movie trivia, stand-up comedy. We have a lot of really good comics, and it's just going to be super fun. We're like super excited. It's the first thing I've actually like done on Halloween that wasn't just, oh, I just want to hang out or just like do nothing and hang out in the backyard. So I'm pretty stoked.
I mean, hanging out in the backyard watching movies is also fun, but like this is super cool that you're doing that. And you, how many times have you done this now? The movie trivia stuff with
Oh
Augustino.
man, so the Movie Stash Live, Augustino's been wanting to do this for a long time. He always had this idea. It's just like I want to do our show live. And we started it this year. We've probably done maybe, I don't know, anywhere from like 7 or 8-ish shows, I believe. But we did a lot locally here in Los Angeles and Studio City, and then we took it on the road. And actually, the ones on the road were doing like they were sold out. It's because the further we got out from Los Angeles, the more people wanted to be entertained. But yeah, it's been evolving. We're trying to make it like theatrical, like red carpets, just more things to do. Like just having the audience come in and like they're part of the movies. But everybody's been loving the show because it's different than just stand-up comedy. After every comic, we do a round of trivia, and it gives like the audience time to breathe and talk amongst themselves and stuff. So it's been a blast. Every show that we do locally, more and more people come, and it's even like repeat audience members, and it's not even friends, just people who caught our show before and then want to come back to the next one, and they're bringing their friends. So it's been awesome.
Oh, you have like your little following now, and oh,
A
that's so
little bit.
sweet. Movie Stash fans.
The movie stash. So yeah, you guys can find us on _movie stash. And yeah, we're always trying to find new ways to do fun things with the audience and stuff. So, but anyway,
Kevin, this episode is gonna come out on Halloween Day. I know, I
I'm
know.
excited. I'm
I know. So
excited.
we're prepared. We're
So
prepared.
when everybody sees this episode, I will be performing that night in Burbank with Augustino. So it will be fun.
So what are you doing watching this? Go see Kevin. Go.
Go. If you're in the LA area, go to the Nightcap in Burbank, 7:30 doors, and we will it's a super fun show. Super fun show. But I'm excited that this is going to be like I get to be your Halloween show, the queen
Yes.
of horror. Yeah, I know how much you love horror, and if you're keeping this for Halloween, your Halloween episode, I feel honored to be a part of it. So thank you so much.
I didn't even do my intro. Who cares, right? I don't. We just got right into it. You and me just get right into it.
Yeah, I
People
know,
know the
because we always
intro.
have fun.
I know people know the intro. I don't need to say it, but we have Kevin Lyons here because guess what? Kevin Lyons, you're an amazing artist. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to post some pictures of some of the stuff you've done. Whoa, look at that. Oh, it's so Kevin,
I know.
this is.
It just comes out of my brain sometimes.
I know that this is whoa, look at that one. It's amazing.
Watch out! Watch out! He's
Oh,
gonna
hey,
get you.
hey, hey. And I had this idea for you specifically that I wanted to challenge you because I'm not an artist. I don't know how long it takes to do things. I don't know what it's like to like sketch something. Like I'd be so under pressure and so scared, and you were so like, yeah, let's do it. And I just love that about your personality. I wanted to give you some monster or Halloween movie, any Halloween related type mashups for you to sketch. And I was like, you get a minute. No, no, no. They were like, 2 minutes. And now we're like, no, 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 no. You get five.
Yeah, it's so funny because you were like, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. I'm like, all right, well, I at least want to practice this because with my art style, like I don't work fast. Like I'm a perfectionist, and it takes me a long time to do everything. Like even if it's just what, it will take me like 10 minutes just to get one line right that I like. But and I use a lot of different methods of art too. I like to mix in like 3D modeling and painting and Photoshop, and I like to take all of that and just make like something really cool to look at. And something that I'm not very good at is actually sketching. It's very rudimentary when I sketch. So when you gave me like a 2 minute time limit to sketch, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna practice this. And I'm like, give me some throwaway concepts that you're not going to use. And I'm timing myself for 2 minutes, and it looked like it wasn't even good enough for a kid's drawing. And I just still sent them to you. I'm like, this is hilarious. But it is something that I do want to start working on just painting and just sketching because I go on Photoshop, I go on, 3D modeling. I use Nomad app on my iPad, and just drawing and painting is something I've recently tried to get back into. And when you pitched this idea to me, I'm like, let's do it. So we increased it to 5 minutes, not a 2 minute, 5 minutes. And I'm excited because I think in a way it's going to be really funny because I can see what it could look like if I spend a lot of time on it. But the drawings are going to be very rudimentary and funny to look at. And I want you. So how many ideas do you have for this? How many pitches do you have for me?
I have, let me count how many I have in total. I don't know how many I'm actually going to give you, but I want to give you, I think, at least eight for sure. 1, 2,
Okay,
3,
all
4,
right, all
5,
right.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have like 12. Is
Oh my
eight too much?
gosh.
Do you want six?
No, well, I mean, let's just see what we can
Yeah,
do. Let's just see what we
let's
can
see where
get
it takes
through.
us.
And no matter what, like out of all of them, you're gonna pick one. I'm gonna let you pick one that you actually want like a detailed artistry finalized painting for. And I'll do that today after the podcast and send it over to you.
And then we'll see the comparison of like, this is what 5 minutes gets you, and then this is what time and like focus and like not being under pressure, what then the comparison of like what Kevin is capable of, which is magic and
Well, I
wizardry.
mean, this won't be magic, but if I spend a lot of time on it, it then can be magic. But it's still magical just to see my quick little 5-year-old drawings.
I have a question though, before I forget, because it's very important because I know nothing about like artistic stuff that you do with your technology. I don't know how to say it. But what are you going to be using and drawing on? And like explain to us what you're using and what you're doing. What's
Okay,
your
so
medium
for the
here?
sketch, I never use paper. I just because I make a million mistakes. I'm using my iPad right here. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
using Procreate on my iPad. All of my art is digital unless I'm building a physical prop. I've never painted an actual canvas, but this is gonna be layers based. So if I mess up, I can just erase it and start over. And when you select which one that you want an actual painting for, I'll probably do some 3D modeling, I'll do some Photoshop, and I'll do some painting and stuff like that. And I'll just mix it into one cool scene for you.
That's awesome. The pressure is on. Kevin feels it bad. I'm like, do this for me. You have 5 minutes, and then you have
Yeah.
4 days to make this whole thing. So, and you have to send me. Oh, you're gonna send me your like the clips of you, like the time lapse too.
Yeah, so after every, because you're not gonna see, you're not gonna see if I hold it
No.
up that well. It's not gonna look that good. So as soon as I'm done with one, I'm gonna just I'm gonna send you a quick time lapse, um, just through Instagram so you can see it and
Okay.
the actual picture too, so you can post those however you need.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. This is great. Okay.
I was just wondering. I'm like, man, I hope like that like when you posted it online that like people to give you like monster mashup suggestions. I was excited because
Mhm.
I don't draw people too well. I do like doing monsters and creatures, and even if there are people in this, that's fine because that's something I need to work on. Um, so I was like so excited to get to start to do this.
Okay. See, this is a very smart. You're also learning. It's practicing. This is educational. This is awesome.
Yes.
See, I mean,
I got my cool little Halloween digital art glove right here. So I
oh, I
don't
noticed.
so
I
I don't
noticed.
make any marks on here.
Okay, Kevin, should we go into it? Are you ready for the first
I
one? Let me get my
I'm
time.
ready. Just bring it. Just bring it. I'm excited.
Okay, so some of these are just like straight up monsters. Some of these are like horror icons or horror characters mixed with monsters. Some of them are horror characters mixed with another horror character.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I can
yes.
do anything. I mean, like if you
Okay.
want like an actual detailed thing, definitely. But if it's gonna be a 5 minute sketch of like two different characters, it's gonna look like a 5-year-old with ADHD. Just do it real quick with a crayon.
The after one that you give me will be a 41-year-old with ADHDs.
That's it. That's how we do it here.
Are you ready for number one?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what we got.
This one to me is kind of like, okay, it's just two type of like monster, horror type monster things. A zombie werewolf or werewolf zombie. Or you can hype it up and do a were skunk zombie. Ew.
A
Throwback
were
to
skunk
our old
zombie. No, you said werewolf zombie. Okay, I'm
yeah.
loving that. I mean, I can make it skunkish. A werewolf zombie. Now, do you want like, a werewolf and then there's wolf man, so it's more man than
Mhm.
wolf. But which kind of werewolf are you looking for? Are you looking for like the actual werewolf, big scary werewolf, or just like a wolf man werewolf?
Oh, so technical. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm picturing a werewolf zombie.
All right. I'm good to go. I'm good to do a werewolf zombie. All right, you give me a 3, 2, 1, go. Give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
So funny because I have like such a great like it's like what you want the end result to be, and it takes a long time to get there. Crap. What's your favorite werewolf movie?
Aside from Teen Wolf,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be Teen Wolf. Maybe American Werewolf in London,
Okay.
just because the transformation is so incredible.
I did watch that recently, and I was just like, I love that transformation scene, but I think I kind of like the Paris one a little bit more, like the
I haven't
remake
seen
that they
that.
did. All
I have
right.
not
Let's see
seen
a
it.
little
I
bit.
gotta get on that.
With a guy from That Thing You Do.
No, I haven't even seen that thing you
The
do.
drummer? You've never seen That Thing You Do? Oh my gosh. All right, what's my time? What's my time? What do I got?
26 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's bad. Though. These are like how I would quickly sketch something out for like just composition wise.
Yeah.
And
3 seconds.
3 seconds. No, that's
2,
fine. This is the
1.
most I can
Okay.
do. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I did it. Let me just get it in there really fast so you can kind of see how crap. I was kind of having it like his face ripped off. I kind of wanted that side profile view where his like claws are like ripping through the hand. So it's like skeleton hand, like ripping through, and some of like the teeth missing. That was something I always loved about zombie designs.
This nose on this thing is amazing. Like, just I would never be like, oh, I'm gonna draw a nose like this. I the nose is so
Well, that's why I was trying to think of like what is that's why I wanted what kind of werewolf are we going to do? Is it going to be like more wolf
ah.
face or is it like more human face? But a wolf face, I feel like I could really make that look dope in 3D modeling and then painting. So how I would do that was like I would actually 3D model the wolf, but he would be hairless, and then I would take that into this painting program and I would individually paint every single hair and some lighting and stuff like that and do some textures. But yeah, so there is your zombie werewolf. He's kind of howling at the moon, not really howling at the moon. I should have made him howl at the moon. But you got the idea. It's part of his face is ripped away, and I only had time to do one hand.
He's
But
like,
that looks exactly like how I would draw that if I was 5 years old.
hey, wow, that's pretty good for a 5-year-old. That's amazing. I love it. I think that was a good little warm-up one. Hey, Kevin.
All right, that's a warm up one. We'll do that. We'll see how they go. And it's so funny because I like how you built me up as like a really good artist, and then you see these things. It's just like I've never been timed before. I mean, I've given myself like, all right, a day or two to work on a project, and like I get really into it. So like I never give myself time limits because I'm a perfectionist. I like to if it doesn't look right, I'm not gonna do it. And but it is good to have this time limit because know how how many projects I have on here on my iPad that I just haven't finished, just because I get so much into detail and I get so much into it, and then at that point I start another project. So that's my ADHD in
This
control.
is what you got to do. You got to send me a list of all the projects you have, and then I will be like, Kevin, you have 3 days to complete this project, and then you have to do it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Are
What
you
do you
ready?
got up
Are you ready for your
next?
next one? Okay.
I'm ready for another one.
The next one is from George. It was
Okay.
George's suggestion. Okay.
Okay.
And I cannot wait. I love this so much. Godzilla and
Okay.
Gizmo.
Ooh. Godzilla and Gizmo, like a mashup between them, like almost like a baby Godzilla.
Or a huge ass Gizmo.
Oh, a huge ass Gizmo. Okay, okay. I've done Gizmo before. That could be really fun. Okay, I think I'm good to go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Did you see Godzilla minus one?
I did.
Did you like it?
I absolutely loved it. And I love how Netflix released like the black and white version.
Oh, okay. I didn't wait. They made a black and white version?
Oh yeah. I loved it. The effects were just chef's kiss, superb.
Yeah, I was so surprised on how great that movie was.
Mhm.
I saw it multiple times in the theater. It was like one of those experiences, when you need to rewatch again, and like to go back into the theater. I haven't had that. I haven't had that feeling in a long time, and that was really cool.
So what movie have you seen the most in the theater? Like what movie did you watch in the theater
Oh
and you went
man.
back? Which one's the most?
Um, you know what? Like, cause I'm a huge Superman fan. I saw Man of Steel multiple times in the theater. I saw if it's a Star Wars movie, I mean, I saw Rogue One so many times in the theater. Same with Force Awakens. How much time I got?
1 minute and 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
Okay.
All right. You ready to see this?
Yep.
This is so ridiculous. I basically have a little gizmo destroying a city with a tail.
He looks so happy.
I know, that's what I want. He's like so happy, everybody, but he doesn't know that he's doing radiation. Like, you know what I mean? So it's
Okay.
just like he's a little scared, but I was thinking maybe like if I had times I would do a bunch of little gremlins all on the buildings that he's just like lighting up, but
I like that you're giving him like a little emotional depth and like some backstory where he's like, oh, it's not just Gizmo destroying. He's like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's a nice guy. He's just really he's
well, he's
happy to
scared.
be there.
It's like those big dogs that don't know that they're big dogs and they ruin
Mm.
everything, but they just like, oh, like they're knocking things over and not even realizing that they're doing it. All right, so that was it. Thank you, George, for that. I love Gremlins. I actually made yeah, I'll send you the other pictures of the actual like detailed gizmo I've done before. I did a couple of pictures of him eating a cookie after midnight and then him as like an actual like hero gremlin. I'll send you those pictures as well too. All right,
All
so
right.
that's two down. We did two. We're
I
doing
did
good.
too. We are doing good. Okay, the next one I have here that it was from my sister-in-law who
Okay.
is not into horror whatsoever.
Okay.
And when she sent this, I was like, this is so obscure, and I would never think of this in a million years. She's like, well, these two movies traumatized me when I was young, and I want this to either heal me or it will scare me.
Okay. I mean, I'm all about the scares. I don't want to heal anybody with this art.
No, you know the movie Dolls.
No. Let
Okay,
me look this up.
I think you
Dolls.
can just look it up. You'll know the cover art. I
Okay.
don't know which doll she was talking about for sure. She said the doll from Dolls, but there's numerous dolls. So I'm wondering if she means
I'm
that
seeing
doll.
like this gesture one.
Oh, that one's gross too.
The doll from Dolls. Okay. And what's the
Okay,
mashup?
coming through the gate.
Coming through the gate?
Yeah, from the gate.
Ooh. Okay, okay, okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
3, 2, 1, go.
I haven't seen the gate in such a long time, but I wanted that like I bought that VHS tape because it's just such cool cover art, and I've always wanted to do something. I just sometimes I'll just buy a VHS tape just because of the cover art. You know what I mean? So I do voices when I draw of like the character that
Do
I'm
it.
doing.
I'm coming from the gate.
Like this is, and this one I'm doing just all pure color. I'm not just sketching. I'm trying to make them all just like a little bit different. You know what I mean? Give me time. Give me time. What do I got?
23 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's it.
All right. Damn, the pressure. Sorry if I'm like not as talkative or focused on what's going on when I'm painting this thing. Look at this guy.
You had
This
some
guy.
like mist and fog and stuff.
Yeah. I wanted a little bit of elements because like I was using the
Yeah.
the reference images from like the tape and what they were showing what the actual gate looked like, and I'm like, oh, you got to have some type of some
Atmosphere.
elements, you know what I mean? Make it a look. I want to change up every sketch so at least it has some different type of style to it.
I like how he just looks like a nice elf, and you put those that like the brow on him, and I'm like, oh god, this
Yeah, he
one's
doesn't
actually
look
mean.
too. Yeah, there was no evilness to the face. So I'm like, oh, I got to make him look a little bit evil.
Are you good? Are you doing good? Are you still doing okay?
Oh, I'm doing. I can do this all day.
Okay, I have another suggestion from someone in Instagram. I don't know how you're gonna do this. Human centipede and the fly.
Okay, the human centipede and the fly.
You could do just a bunch of Jeff Goldblum's attached to mouth. To mouth.
This one, all right, I have to change my canvas size for this one if we're going ass to mouth, okay? I need a little bit wider of a frame. 19. You know what? I never saw the human centipede, did you?
No, I never would. I would never watch that. I have no desire to watch that movie whatsoever.
Okay.
No. And remember, it's going on YouTube, so we got to keep private parts to
Oh, I won't
hidden.
draw any private parts, but I mean, just the concept itself is disgusting. All right, let's go. Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna do it. Okay,
Let's do it.
let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. I saw Critters for the first time ever this past week.
Oh,
Critters.
nice. Did you like it?
You know what? It was on TV, like a movie channel, so like it was the full film, and it was on TV, and I started it from the beginning, and I'm like, this is not at all what I thought the beginning of Critters would be. Like spaceship and these weird alien things. I had no idea. You have 3 minutes. This is your 3 minute warning.
Oh my God,
But
that was such like a professional voice. We got to
yeah,
do some voice acting together.
yeah.
But wait, critters. Tell me about critters.
So I was watching it, intrigued by this alien stuff and the type of aliens that were there. And then I thought, then I was like, I'm not gonna watch this movie, stupid. But then I kept watching and I was like, ooh, this face melting and the face forming of the alien guy taking that guy's face. I was like, that looked pretty cool. And I watched the
Mm-hmm.
whole damn thing and I was like, that was really good. I
I
liked
like
it.
I like it too, but I love part two. Part two is really, really, really good. That's one of my favorite
Ah,
ones. But I remember like because I love like small town monster movies. And
mhm.
I have the Critters VHS tape right here.
Oh, I know. I've been eyeing it up.
I'm actually somewhat impressed with my ability to do this one. I thought that this would probably be the worst idea, but I actually like the the concept that I'm doing for this.
It helps when you've seen many, many films with mouths to asses. So you've probably like, oh, I've seen this a billion times.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
3, 2, 1. Pencils down.
All right, it's down. It's down. All right, are you ready to see what this looks like?
Yes. Oh my
That
god.
was actually that came out like I love it when I'm making something and I get an idea how I'm like, oh, gotta do this. So I wanted to do like a progression of the like that different evolution stages that he was going through, but it's like
Mhm.
coming out of that little portal thing that he has, that machine, and then it gets like more and more fly, which each to mouth until it's like the final character.
And that final character, the final form looks so good.
All right. So yeah, that actually, you know what? That was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be one I was going to have a really tough time doing. But that was just like basically, you know what? I'm not going to call these sketches. I'm going to call them quick concept art imagery sketches
Ooh, yes, the
just
technical term.
for composition purposes.
Love it. That was
So we did it.
great.
How many was
Oh,
that? Is that 4?
that's 4. We had lots of suggestions that involved Frankenstein, which I believe they mean Frankenstein's monster. But I chose this one because of the mashup is with the blob.
So, okay, so the blob, 80s blob, obviously, that's gotta be I
Yeah.
did a really cool blob
Yes.
art. Like, that was one of the first VHS things that I did.
You
Um,
I know you did, and that's why I was like, "Ooh, I gotta give him the blob one." I've seen it, and I love the colors in it too.
okay, so Frankenstein meets the blob in the 80s blob. I love the 80s blob. That one scene where the boyfriend is being dragged in by the blob like that, and he's like kind of sticking out. I'm almost imagining Frankenstein like being sucked into the blob, or
Ooh.
is it like a blob version of like Frankenstein is the blob? If I was doing this in 3D model, I know exactly how I could do it, but I'm like, how am I going to best transcribe this into like a 5-minute sketch? All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
Ready? Three,
let's just go.
two,
Yep.
1, go.
I think Frankenstein probably like is one of my favorite like monsters per se, because
Okay.
he's not really a monster. He's like he didn't ask to be created.
Did any of us? Did
No.
any of us ask for
No, but
this?
like it's like one of those things where it's just like he's so new to the world that like, he doesn't know that he's a monster. You just feel so bad for him. Like everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's a monster." It's like, dude, he got freaked out by fire. It's his first time seeing fire.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't? I mean, come on. If you don't get freaked out by fire, then what the heck? Something's wrong.
Who's your favorite like old school monster? What's your favorite monster?
Can I confess something to you, Kevin?
Yeah, you don't like monsters?
No, I don't think I've seen a single classic monster movie. Like Creature from the Black Lagoon, never seen it. Frankenstein, like OG old, never seen it. Dracula, never seen it. I
You know
suck.
what is really cool is actually Dracula. When they first made it, they were filming the Spanish version at the same time. They would film the American version during the day and then the Spanish version at night. And I heard that the Spanish version is really good because they had time to perfect their scenes and the shots and everything like that. And they used different actors. But I always heard that that one was just like really good. Actually, if you're gonna watch an old school, like I'd suggest Dracula. Dracula was actually really good. I love
Okay.
Dracula. Frankenstein is kind of slow, but once they get into the monster stuff, it's pretty cool.
Not to interrupt you, but time's up.
All right, that one, I think that was the trickiest one, dude, because I just didn't know what kind of technique to do to convey.
Interesting. So what was the technique that you were doing? Like what was
It's this effect called liquefy. So basically, you
Ooh.
just take the brush and it kind of drags things out, and that's basically what I did, and it had the effect that I wanted, at least for a 5-minute effect.
Well, the shading that you did?
Yeah, that's why I kinda like the 5 minutes. It gives me just a little bit of it's just, like, quick, just stuff to do just to get the rough idea, you know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
what this feels like? This feels like when you're at, like, you're meeting filmmakers are meeting for a drink to talk about an idea, and they're sketching out the idea on a bar napkin real quick.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this feels like to me, because 'cause they're not gonna be, like, really good by any means, but it's just like a concept idea. Let me see this, and I want you to pick which one that you're gonna have action a detailed painting of. All right, so yeah, so I just figured that Frankenstein blob, I mean, it's very easy to have him inside the blob, which would be like a cool mashup, but I just like, what if he was made out of the blob and like that's what the monster was. And that was just I like doing that one better. Just make him look all melty and a blob like. Like if I was doing it in 3D and Photoshop, I would even make his skin look like translucent and bubbled out and stuff like that, and maybe even have like lightning and electricity inside the blob, like that's what's keeping him alive. You know what I mean? It's like all those things that I'm thinking about that I would do, because you use lightning to bring him back alive. But if he was like this gelatin Frankenstein head and inside is electricity, almost like brain nodes, going everywhere, just keeping him moving would be really cool.
Look at all these ideas that you're coming up with. That is amazing. That was
Mhm.
so good.
It's like like your imagination as a kid, it was so not in a box and you could just
Mhm.
do anything. And that's what I love about this stuff because this is the most I feel like a kid when I'm doing art.
Okay, so this is one of mine that I chose, that I made
All
up.
right. All right.
I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I got Reagan from The Exorcist.
Okay.
Somehow, some way, one of the aliens from the Alien movies could be a chest burster. It could be a face hugger. It could be a xenomorph.
Dude. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Either,
Hold on.
yeah,
I was
you
hoping
get to
there was
choose
going to
what
be an
kind.
alien thing in there. Okay.
Okay, let me know when you want the countdown.
Okay. Do it.
Three, two, one, go.
What would you like rather get killed by? The chest burster, like a face
Mhm.
hugger getting onto you, or like the full blown alien mother just like ripping you apart?
Oh, that is such a tough one.
It
I'm like,
is,
which
right?
one would I feel like the queen xenomorph would kill me faster. So I'm
Definitely
thinking
would kill
that,
you faster.
yeah, I just feel like getting roaded by a face hugger for so long. It's just and like choking on that and like being like impregnated by it. I don't think that's for me. Like that sounds so horrible. But maybe I would suffocate quick. How long does
I
it take to
think
suffocate?
oh my gosh. No, well, I feel like whenever you have the chest burster, it's
Ugh.
always going to like knock you out. Like they're always unconscious when it's happening. You're like knocked out.
Yeah, like a face hugger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe then a face hugger because I feel like oh, it's just what a horrifying question. What about you, Kevin? What would be your choice?
I always say if I'm gonna die in a horror movie, I want to die really messed up because I just want a cool death. So I think I
Okay.
would go with like the xenomorph killing me, not the face
Mm.
hugger. Hope this conveys what I wanted to do.
Three, two, one.
This is a cool idea. This is a
Okay.
cool idea. I hope that you kind of now this isn't very detailed. This was more of a concept that that you gave me. I'm like, I'm not too happy with the composition. If I was going to make this the real thing, I would do it completely different. But the chest burster is bursting out of her chest and she's throwing up on it and it's melting the xenomorph coming out of her. That's basically what I was
Oh
thinking.
my. Okay, that is so cool. It's not what I was
So
expecting. That's
that's
amazing.
basically what that was. I'm like, well, what could it be melting? I'm like, oh, what if it's like killing the xenomorph that's jumping, bursting out of her because it's killing her and it throws up and it's melting it. I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't really look like puke. It just looks like a light beam. But I mean, that's just what I'm able to draw in a quick 5 minutes. Cool.
Yeah, that was a cool idea. This like the demon's like, nah, bitch, you don't get to take me out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a cool multiple thing. That would be so cool to do. And I just love that's like a cool mashup. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you're so much changing what she looks like. It's her in an alien situation. You know what I mean? With it bursting out of the chest, and it's just like it feels very possessed in a way because you have a demon inside you, and in this you have an alien inside you that's trying to get out. It's like poor Reagan, dude. Like she just wants to live. She's getting possessed by demons and xenomorphs. Okay. Um, I don't know how she would survive that one.
Ripley comes in, and does the exorcism.
Get out of her, you bitch.
Oh my God, Kevin.
Get out of her, you bitch. That'd be funny.
Kevin, that'd be amazing. Sorry, I'm
Mhm.
like imagining it in my
I
mind, and I'm
yeah,
like,
this is
okay.
just like a really cool that I think that was probably like in the horror world, I think that was my, that's good. That would be a really challenging one to do, but I would love to do that one. That was a really good one. You know what? I actually want to talk to you about something real quick. I know how much you love The Exorcist. and how much you did not like Exorcist Believer, right? The newest set.
Mm.
I actually liked it. I did not think it was bad at all. I actually thought it was entertaining. I liked it a lot. I thought it was great, and I will argue against it, but we will
Mm.
not have a fight right now. All right, what do you
Okay,
got next for me?
I have I have a few more. This is another one I thought of because there's certain things in one movie that could be incorporated in the other one, but we'll see if we think the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I have Evil Dead 2 slash Ash from Evil Dead
Okay.
and A Nightmare on Elm Street slash Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
You know,
So like with
so
the chainsaw arm, like Ash from Evil Dead?
you can use Ash, you can use other things from Evil Dead 2, you can use Freddy, you can use other things from like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like you can whatever you want to do, the setting, the characters, whatever you want to mash up, whatever is popping in your head.
All right, let's go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, ready? Three,
Yep.
2, 1, go. Are you a fan of the Evil Dead franchise at all?
I mean, yeah, but I'm not like I watch it all the time. I've always liked them. I love the remake. The remake was
Oh
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that might be my favorite horror movie of all time.
Yeah, I know you talk about it all the time. I know that that's like one of your favorite ones. It really, I was so surprised on how well it actually was, and I like how it went into like them like spoke to a lot about addiction. I just thought the concept was just like really good of like how they the reason why they went out there was really good. It's a copper, you see, you'll never catch me, copper. No, I meant like the material copper.
I like how you're answering yourself. 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, that's that's what you get. This is actually a really cool idea. Um, I think if I was gonna do this, I think I would just do Photoshop and not actually create any of the um images. But
Okay.
I've basically him stopping the Freddy Krueger glove, like his hand was possessed by Freddy, and he's trying to stop that, just as one basic quick image.
I love it. That chin is Bruce Campbell and a forehead hairline. And that Freddy glove is amazing.
It's okay. It's
It
just
looks
so good.
great.
I was trying, but thank you, thank you. I have to. I don't know how to take compliments. I always greet a compliment with a critique of my own that I'm like, yeah, it could have been like, but you know, you can't do that. If somebody tells you something, you did a good job. You just have to accept it. So thank you, thank you. I appreciate that.
You take the compliment. Damn it.
But that was a really good. That's a great mashup. There, so you've had some really great mashups in here. I love. Well, it's so funny that you told me about George's, his suggestion of like Gizmo and Godzilla. I mean, that's such a George recommendation. I was like happy for that. But like, I love the ones I've been doing so far. The Ash versus Freddy hand, perfect, and it makes sense. You know, you're taking elements that can be used in other movies and throwing them in together. It's really cool. Like I love the Reagan and Alien concept. That's such a cool like that mashup just actually blends well. It's like really good. Like it makes sense instead of forcing two things that don't necessarily belong together to be together. I just love it when that happens. But I can make anything. Like the fly and the human centipede. Technically that actually is a pretty good now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, actually, that's a pretty decent concept. All right, what do you got next?
Okay, so the other ones that I have were all ones that I came up with, just like whatever. This one makes no sense at all, and I don't even know how you would do it.
Okay.
But The Thing and The Shining, no idea what you would do.
Ooh. Okay. The Thing and The Shining. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's one. The Thing and The Shining.
Creature from the Black Lagoon and Dracula.
Okay.
Leatherface and a Scarecrow. I thought was kind of easy.
Okay.
Or Jaws and Jurassic Park.
Jaws and Jurassic Park. I mean, they kind of did that in Jurassic World. They had the Mosasaurus eat a great white.
That's true.
But I think I'm gonna do The Shining and The Thing.
Yes! was hoping for that one because it's so
I
obscure.
Yeah, it is very obscure. Now, I mean, like the thing had so many different. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be him in the red jacket with the axe, and he's morphing into the thing. You know? Okay, I think I'm good. Good as I'll ever be.
3, 2, 1, go. So, what is your favorite Stephen King adaptation movie?
I mean, I love it. I love both the TV version and the remake. I thought was really good. I'm gonna be so mad. I am not setting myself up for success on this one.
Did you not have a strong start, Kevin? Was it not a strong start? Ew.
Count it down, count it down.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, y'all. Time's up.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Okay.
You know what's weird is like when I get into the zone, like I'm not talking to anybody. So actually I think the most
Hmm.
challenging part about this today was actually talking with you while I'm doing the art. So I kind of did him running through the maze with the axe,
Oh,
kind of like turning into the thing monster. You know what I mean?
that's cool.
It was like so rudimentary when it came to like I kept on messing up on I wanted like different limbs coming out of him, and like halfway through it I was almost thinking like they were almost like grabbing onto like the maze walls and kind of like just crawling across while he's like dragging the axe in the snow.
Kevin, this was such a creative, and it makes sense too because like the thing is winter time and it's winter
Hmm.
outside. So I'm glad
Yes.
that you incorporate an outdoor The Shining shot.
Yep. That's what I was trying to find like the elements that are similar
Yeah.
and how to incorporate them all.
Yeah.
So, out of all of those, which one would you actually want a detailed painting of?
Out of all the movies, my favorite out of all the movies are either like Nightmare on Elm Street and Evil Dead or Alien and The Exorcist. I have to go with the Exorcist and Alien one. I have to.
All right, all right.
Just because,
So, Reagan having a chest burster come out and throwing up on the chest burster and melting it.
yeah, because then we can do the comparison of this one and the final one. Yes.
All right. Then I'll do that. You get it. You get the in hell nobody can hear you scream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna go through all my options. I'm excited for this one. When you said this, and like I thought that those two are it's such a brilliant mashup. I'm really excited to do this, and whenever I'm excited, I dive into it. So you're gonna get a great piece of art here.
Okay, I have no doubt. I have no doubt about that. Thank you so much, Kevin, for doing this with me. This was
Of
so much
course,
fun. This
of
was
course.
like you spent a good chunk of your afternoon with me. Thank you. I'm very honored that you took the time to do this.
Yep, I'm excited too, and it was such a great idea. First of all, thank you for suggesting this episode and giving me a day just full of art. It's something that I love doing, and it was just I had such a rad time today. So thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode and replays it all. You can find more of our content on our YouTube channel, Not a Strong Start. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Not a Strong Start. You can listen to us anywhere listening to your podcasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that stuff. Should Kevin draw more things? Comment below. Give us some mashups for him to do. And maybe he'll do them in the next episode. Ooh.
Any of them, yeah, like even if it's not for an episode, if I hear like a good, I just sometimes I'm done with work and I want to do something creative. I'm not too sure what I want to do, and I would love to just keep a list of really cool uh concept art to make. So I'm always down for making anything.
You heard the man. Comment below some horror mashups, spooky mashups. And you can follow me on Instagram at Marie Plays It All. Kevin, where can we follow you? Where can people see your artwork? And where can people find you on Halloween to see
Like
you live?
I don't want anybody to know where I live. No, but you can follow me at a lot of my art is on at Twin Pines Video. I do a video podcast with my best friend Augustino Zoida. He is a stand-up comic, and we're at _movie stash. Check out our podcast. It's a lot of fun. And on Halloween night, if you're in the Los Angeles area, come on down to the Nightcap in Burbank because we're doing the movie stash live with movie trivia, stand-up comedy. It's gonna be a blast. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, you can find me there.
Please go so I can live vicariously through you guys. Uh, happy Halloween, everyone. Never stop playing. Never stop drawing. Never stop creating. Kevin, what else
Mhm.
should people never stop doing?
Never stop believing in yourself.
Oh, I love it.
I know. I was trying to come up with something really bad and disgusting, but I'm like, no, never stop believing in yourself. If you know what, finish what you start. If you're a creative person and you're getting distracted and not finishing your projects, just pick one and finish it because I have a whole list of them and this episode today really helped me work on finishing an idea. So thank you Marie for that. So finish what you started and believe in yourself.
And even if you believe in bad, disgusting things, always believe in yourself. You know what? That's okay
Mhm.
too.
And don't use a Ouija board.
Do it. Do it.
No, don't do it. So we're definitely going ass to mouth.